All right, empaths. The title today, our topic for today. Empaths, stop trying to feel better. This is about coherence. What is coherence? Coherence is let's see, I have it in here. I need a note because I wanted to be able to tell you what is coherence. What it's not. Let's talk about what it's not first. It's not high vibe. We're not calm all the time. And we're not in a positive space all the time. Coherence equals your system not leaving you not leaving yourself, is what it means. We stay with ourselves. All right. I know there's people showing up here. I don't even have my headset on. I hit live before I plan to. So here we go. Yes. And the light is up there. I really wish it was. Anyway, it has to do with the stand I have. All right. All right. Let's see here. Good morning. So I'll go with my name is Marty Forrest. I am an empath, Blu-ray, grid worker, light worker, all the things, fill in the blank. And let me turn off the sound here. Oops. So I can pull this up and see the comments. And let's see. Usually I'll have people here. Hopefully you're getting some notifications. Yeah. Okay, well, let me get started then. Have some coffee. Good morning. So the topic, empaths stop trying to feel better. This is about coherence. This is about not leaving ourselves when we want to feel better. The moment we try to make ourselves feel better, we actually leave ourselves. We're creating more instability in trying to feel better in the moment. Good morning. So we're trying to get out of how we feel by doing something to shift rather than staying with yourself in the moment. When we leave, when we do something to feel better, then what are we doing? We're creating more of that incoherence in ourselves. We're actually leaving ourselves, dismissing how we're feeling, so we don't have to feel the way we feel. Yeah. So what are we actually doing? We're chasing relief. We're trying to shift our mood quickly. So before I realized I was empathic, I drank and I used to not feel what I was feeling because I didn't understand that I was feeling everything. So when I was a kid, being empathic was just too sensitive, too intense, too deep, I'm sure y'all know the too something. And it wasn't a word that I was aware of as a kid. My parents didn't know what to do with me. And so I found ways to escape. Because I didn't even know who I was. So how many of you feel like that? It's maybe you're past all that now. Maybe you're beyond that place. But when I was a kid, that's how it was. And until I learned that, oh, I'm an empath. I'm highly sensitive. Oh, so I was drinking, using to not feel. Carrying the pain of my own and whatever else I was picking up everywhere, all the time. And so we do all kinds of things to shift. Now that I don't do that, I haven't done that in a long time. There are still ways I want to try to not feel what I feel. Instead of just being with it, staying with myself. Because every time we leave, we just stay in that loop. Recreate the dialogue. And recreate the loop and the pain and the repeat emotions. That makes sense? So when I dismiss it, I stay in the story. part of this is because we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust ourselves to stay with what's happening because unfamiliar and it's uncomfortable. And we try to change it. And the further you are in your journey, most of us, I feel like most of us here we've cleared the big things. We've done the big things, the obvious things. And then now we're at the point of refining. So the ways that we adjust and the ways that we attempt to feel better, or the ways that we get hijacked in our mind, they're a lot subtler. They're not so obvious today. We were trained. We were taught as children to regulate the environment. Most of us, hyper-vigilant, scanning the environment, paying attention to what's going on in the environment, so we know how to regulate the environment and where to go to feel safe. If you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not an empath, you probably don't belong here, or highly sensitive. So when we're uncomfortable, discomfort in the environment or with someone else, it's something for us to fix. That's not the truth, but that's how we've grown up. That's what we've been taught. I don't really care. So feeling better is not the goal. Stability is. All right. Yeah, so this is about us stabilizing our system so that we stop leaving ourselves, stop abandoning ourselves. So coherence doesn't mean that we're high vibe and we remain positive all the time and that we're on all the time. I thought this for a long time. I'm just supposed to be on and I'm supposed to show up in a high vibe and good mood, and I'm not always that. But it was a belief that I had because I'm supposed to perform for everyone. That's how I grew up. Can you relate to that? Do you get it? So coherence is when you stay with yourself without trying to escape, fix, or override what's happening. So that's the dismissal. We override what's happening because we're not comfortable with it. Thank you for the hearts. When we're doing things to feel better, we're creating resistance because we're actually avoiding feeling what we feel. This doesn't mean that we wallow in it. It means that I sit with myself when I'm uncomfortable and I feel the feeling. When I feel the feeling, I allow it to clear. And I become stable in my system and I feel safe with myself. And I learn to trust myself. This is how we're rewiring the nervous system. Every time we stay, we rewire another piece that we've learned how to dismiss our whole life. So when we can stay in ourself, when life is happening and I don't really like how it's feeling, I don't really like how the environment's feeling, I often just leave. Sometimes that's the right thing to do. But if I'm leaving to escape how I'm feeling, not the environment, then I'm still creating a resistance. So when we leave, when we're overriding and we're trying to escape how we feel in the moment because it's not comfortable, we stay in that loop in our mind. We just keep telling the same story over and over and recreating the same dialogue in our brain and the same energy in our body. Yes, this is what happens. So when I start avoiding, I get stuck in the rabbit hole. I'm just looping around and around and around in the same crap. When I'll pause and sit with it and feel it and allow the energy to move out of my body, I let it clear. Because every time we stop it, we keep it in our body. So the feeling better is actually allowing ourselves to stay with it and creating stability in the nervous system because we're not abandoning ourselves. Ah, you're very welcome. Rainbow Sweet Tea. Love the name. Rainbow Sweet Tea. Beautiful, beautiful. So when we feel stuck, the last few days over this full moon kicked my ass. I just felt like I was stuck in the same stuff, the same crap over and over. And it was just, and I could feel it and I knew what was happening. And I'm in this loop and I'm just like mad about being in the loop and mad about the loop itself and mad because I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Hey, Brad, good morning. And then I'm just mad that I'm mad because that's where I default. It's crazy. And then I'm like, and I know what to do. I don't like what I'm feeling. Mad is familiar. Being angry is familiar. But it creates a lot of resistance in me and a lot of feeling like garbage. So I sit still. I think it just clicked off. I'm not sure. It's a Gemini thing. It could be. It very well could be. For sure, for sure. I know you can relate to this. And I'm not wrong, but what happens when I get mad and I'm not liking, right? Gemini moon. Right? So yes. All the things Gemini, my thing is making noises. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, it's great. I'm not going to worry about it. But my little headset's clicking in my ear. But I get mad at myself for being mad. I get mad at myself because I feel like I should be past this. I get mad at myself because why the fuck am I here again? Because it's a really deep thing that I've been carrying for a lot of lifetimes, typically around money. What's your big three, Rainbow? Oh, in your sign, that's what you're talking about. So, however long you've been on the path, it takes what it takes until we finally clear it, until we finally get through it. It's not bad and wrong. There's nothing that I need to do to be different. Just simply get to walk through it and peel the next layer. And not leave myself trying to feel better. Let myself sit with it. I just let myself sit with it for a few days. It felt like a few days. It felt like days and days. It was a few hours, really. You have to hold strong on the path. But damn, if I'm not angry the whole time, right? So that's been my default. I've been angry my whole entire life. That was one of the main emotions that I learned as a kid growing up. So I'm not angry all the time. That's not my primary vibration today. But when I hit that wall and I got things happening and how it appears out here is not how I want to feel in here, then I'm just mad. And I feel like I should be past this. I'm not past it. I'm simply walking through it. And because I know how to do that, I get to come here and share it with y'all. I know how to sit with myself. I know how to be with it. I don't have to like it. Nobody said you have to like what you're feeling. Just gotta be willing to sit with yourself. for me, it's stop telling the story and feel what I feel. What do you feel in your body? And don't even name it. Just what's the sensation? What's the feeling of it? Because the minute I start naming it, I start telling the story again, then I'm back in the loop. So docile until your emotions are triggered, which causes a Gemini switch. Whoo, no kidding. Yes, yes, yes. When I'm in that kind of space, I tend to pull back because I don't want to splash it everywhere. Everybody has their way, but thanks. You gotta go. All right, great. Well, subscribe and turn on your notifications because I'm normally Saturdays, but I'm leaving next Friday for a week. We're doing a vision quest next week, not this week. Just leave on the 10th. So subscribe, turn on your notifications because it'll be different next week, and then I'm going to skip a week when I'm gone. But there's a lot here because there's the last 3 that I did that are all leading to this piece about stop trying to feel better. Sit with yourself. Create stability in yourself by staying with you. I forbade it, you leaving. I mean, I figured that's what you meant. I'm actually going to fast this year. I haven't fasted in a while in this capacity. I've done a lot of vision quests, but I haven't fasted in a long time. Well, a few years. Probably maybe 3. I'm not sure. Anyway, I have some new medicine. I got some new medicine. I don't know, a couple months ago. Yeah, I came. I'll tell you the story offline. But yeah, I have some new medicine to go fast and create a relationship with. So instead of asking yourself in these moments, how can I feel better? Or not even asking the question. There's a lot of times I don't even ask the questions. I'm just doing something so I can feel better. Let me go eat some food. Let me emotionally eat. Or go for a walk. Sometimes that is moving the energy and not abandoning ourselves. So there's our things to do to move the energy where we don't keep looping through it. But really, if it's the question of, can I stay with myself right now? Can I sit in what I'm feeling right now? When we first moved to Oklahoma, I would sit and I would hold the arms of the chair because I got things to unpack. I got things to do. And I'm sitting there resting and it's like not even a minute or two. And I'm like, let me get up and go do something. Because I'm not comfortable sitting and being quiet with myself. Which doesn't make any sense. When I'm fasting, I'm by myself for 3 or 4 whole days and nights, completely alone. So it seems counterintuitive, but it's a thing. So when you're feeling something and you want to escape the feeling, can you sit with it? Just stay with yourself, not to abandon or run or try to fix it. Hi, Stephanie. It's a long fast. It is a long fast. All I ever did was, in the beginning, was 4 days. We'd go up at daybreak on the first day and come down on the 5th morning. 4 full days and 4 full nights. At daybreak on the 5th morning, they come and get us. Excuse me, that's all I ever knew. And then I came with another tribe, and women fast for 3 days. So it's significantly different. I gotta say. So let me go in that a little bit, because when I'm fasting and I'm by myself, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving my fast. I'm not going to quit it early. They're going to have to come and drag me out of where I'm at. So we create this sacred space. I have a sleeping bag and a pillow. Excuse me, and whatever medicine I have, and I stay there. And in this way, 3 days. 3 days and 3 nights. So when I get really uncomfortable and I don't like what I'm feeling, there's not really much to do to change it. So I get to sit with it. And the choice is either I can tell the story about it or I can sit with what the feeling is in my body and let it move. And that can be through my breath, just being still. But I'm not trying to change it. That's the key. We're not trying to change it. We're rewiring our nervous system, learning how to trust ourselves and stay with ourselves in those moments that are not comfortable. Somebody said something, or I said something. Maybe you said something. You dropped the truth bomb. I know y'all do that. Uh-oh, we've upset the apple cart here. We rocked the boat a little bit. Now we got to regulate and fix the whole environment by adjusting the energy because we can feel them. They're uncomfortable. Now I'm uncomfortable. So now we got to fix it. Do you get that? But what if you don't have to do that? What if you just drop your truth bomb and you let it be there? Just let it land. Bring yourself back in. Yeah, just turn yourself off. All right, bring your energy back into you. Put your little bubble. The moment you start to feel it, the moment you notice that something's shifted, you notice a look, you notice the energy. So rather than collapsing into it and feeling like we got to fix it all and transmute the energy and make everybody feel better, right? Regulate their energy, their emotions. Can you stay with yourself? Bring your energy in, cut the cords, and let it land. And let it be uncomfortable. It's not your job. It's not your job to regulate for them. Let them feel the truth of whatever you just said without then trying to over function and over explain and fix it. Questions? Any questions on this? Some other ways is I like to put my feet on the earth. Just go put your feet on the earth. Let the energy move out of your body. If you're near water, you can go put your feet in the water. Let the energy move out of your body. It doesn't mean you're distracting yourself. You're simply letting the energy move. You know what it is to distract yourself. You know the ways that you distract yourself. These are ways to stay with yourself while you let the energy move. And you're creating stability in yourself, you're creating trust in yourself, and you're rewiring the nervous system so that you can feel safe. In you. So this is the first session three weeks ago now. We talked about interrupting the collapse. Last week we talked about stop making yourself wrong. And now we're stop trying to escape. Creating coherence in yourself. And this is where we stabilize. Is it Vedic, or tropical astrology? I have no idea. No idea about those. I am not an astrologer. That's why I refer to other people or read other people, because I'm not that. Any questions relative to what we're talking about? When we're learning to master our energy, I'm an empath and I'm highly sensitive, and so I speak empath language, but this is really anybody. When we're learning how to master our energy, a lot of people are really not sensitive to it. You're not sensitive to your environment. Some are. So when we're learning how to master our energy and our emotions and regulate ourselves, it's not that we feel good all the time. We're just not gonna. And we already know that because we've felt not good a lot of our life. Because we're feeling everything around us. When we're learning how to regulate ourselves and live in a coherence with ourselves, we stay with ourselves. It's a pain. It can be a pain for sure. It's about not leaving ourselves when we don't feel good and not trying to fix everyone else so that we can feel better, or they can feel better, and they can feel better. Let the energy be what it is. When we stop making it about, oh my God, I hurt their feelings. Oh my God, I made them mad. Oh crap, whatever we tell ourselves, and we make it about the energy, let it be about the energy. Remove the emotions. Makes it a little bit easier. How to navigate being around a toxic environment. I live with my family. Oh, goodness gracious. And it's staying in your own lane. The greater we are with mastering our energy and knowing who we are, the less we regulate our environment. When I'm busy regulating my environment everywhere, everything I do, I don't know who I am. I lose connection to myself because all I know is what's around me. So I don't know what's me and I don't know what's them. When I learn how to have boundaries and I learn how to stay in my own lane and tend to my own energy, it takes a lot. When you're living in that environment, it takes a lot. It's a lot of practice. I want to go numb at times, of course. They don't clean or take care of themselves. I was neglected as a child. Like, seriously. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's really, it is challenging. It is challenging when you live in that environment. It's like working, if you work in a toxic environment, if you live in a toxic environment, you got to find the ways that you take care of yourself and you're not transmuting for your family or trying to regulate your family or trying to fix your family because they don't want it. And often the one that's highly sensitive is the battery source. You are feeding them and they suck the life. Unconsciously, it's very unconscious. So when we are conscious, as an empath, we get conscious with ourselves. We know who we are. We know where we end and the world begins. It gets a lot easier. And it's practice. It's not a one and done of anything. Everything we do is practice. Over and over and over. Until it's just second nature. So if you think about what we've learned, what we've been programmed to be up until now, it's what we know. It's very comfortable. It's very habitual. And when we start learning something new, it's really uncomfortable until it's not. Right? It's super uncomfortable in the beginning. When we learn how to set boundaries, we learn how to separate our energy and cut the cords, let them have their own space, their own energy. They're like, what just happened? How many times have you, I went through my phone one time and I started deleting people that I hadn't talked to in a long time. I'm just like, let me just clean up my phone and the list. And as soon as I did that, within, I don't know, an hour or two, someone reached out. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing? It just deleted them out of my phone. So energetically, they feel it. They may not know they feel it. But they're like, suddenly they think of you or they reach out to you. So when we begin to change that, our families go, what's wrong with you? You're different. You're kind of rude. You're kind of, whatever they label you as. And it gets to be okay. We're so used to regulating for everyone And we feel like it's our responsibility. And it's not. And it's become our habit. It's what we've been programmed to do. So learning to not do it takes a lot of courage. Coming to places like this. If you like this and you're resonating with this and you get it, keep showing up. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notifications. There's a lot of stuff already on there, so you can go back and listen to the last few weeks. Talking about regulating ourselves, not collapsing on ourselves, not losing ourselves in the midst. And there's stuff that may help you even more. That's a little bit that I've done a little bit longer ago. Yeah, it's important, especially at this time. At this time on the planet with everything changing, it's important for us to know how to take care of our own energy and to hold our vibration and to not do it for everyone else. So we become like I explain it like we become the thermostat instead of the thermometer. Like we're regulating ourselves, and that regulates, how do I say that? Our vibration alters the environment. That's how I want to say that. We're not regulating anymore. We're regulating our own energy, and that alters the environment because we're vibrating at that rate. So the environment adjusts to us instead of us adjusting the environment. That makes sense? All right, lovelies. Any other questions? I totally get the wanting to go numb. I'm reading that again. I want to go numb. I get it. Find your own space. Go outside. Find your tribe. Find the people that you can be with, that relate to you, that know you. Yeah. It's a lot. And to be an empath and be highly sensitive, it's a lot. It just is. And when we learn how to be masterful with our own space and our own energy. So even with what I've been walking through lately, I master my own energy, and you're welcome. And I don't walk away from myself anymore. I don't have to numb out anymore. There are moments, God, I tell you, there are moments I look, oh my gosh, what the hell? And I don't like it, and I'm mad about it, and I'm yelling about it, and I'm like, I just don't want to feel this way, and I feel this way. And I let myself feel that way. And then when I'm ready, I climb out of that and move on. Waking up is a challenge sometimes. I want to leave this house. It's such dark energy, yeah. So call on your helpers. Whatever your belief is, call on your helpers, your spirit helpers, your angels, whatever that is for you. Call on them. Ask them to clear the house, to clear the energy. Do that a lot. And make sure you cut the cords. Constantly cut the cords and return the energy to them. Because people like that are always plugging in. And always baiting us to plug in. Because the minute we get engaged with them, then we're opening that energy to them. It's a dance. It's a dance. Just a simple thing is ask your helpers to come in and clear the space. That will be helpful. And do it a lot. So when you wake up in the morning, just call on your helpers, like clear the space, clear the house. And over and over. Do that over and over. All right, lovelies. Let's see. How about if I pull a card? This is the deck I happen to have sitting here. I got my table back there and my cat's on it. I don't want to disturb the cat. You know how that goes. Okay, so this is the deck. It's a good deck. It's a good deck. Looking for my tribe. Yes. Put that out there. You found a good one right here. I am offering some one-on-one coaching, or I have it's called the Empath Channel, and it's a group where we meet a couple times live a month, and we do coaching in a group. And we have Telegram, where they share their wins. I drop in teachings and experiences and tips and tools as I'm learning and growing along the way. So if that is of interest to you, let's see. Best way to reach me. You can comment on here, or I'm half native and feel called to shamanism. Well, I love when these cards just match exactly what we're talking about. So I am shamanism it is definitely a calling, and it's years. So do you have tribes around you where you live? Like I'm in Oklahoma, so there's lots of tribes. That's why we moved here, because this is what we do. This is number 5. Follow your own rhythm. How cool is that? So you can reach me. Put it in here, or you can reach me at Marty at empathicsuperpower.com. MARTI at Empathic Superpower. Follow your rhythm, right? Like dancing to the beat of your own drum. So you can send me an email, and I can give you more information. Subscribe here, and I'm going to look it up and see. Whoops, I skipped it. I went right around it. Healing process. Deep within, you are moved by an ancient, powerful force that cannot be tamed. It is the rising pulse of your connection to your life force. You feel it in your bones, in your blood, in your heart, and in your belly. When there is something dying within, you sense it falling away, no longer needed. You sense when it is time to rest and be patiently in transition. You feel the stirring of agitation and restlessness when new life calls you to create, to act, to step forward and take a risk. You know that you march to your own beat, that no one else can tell you what your inner rhythms are, and that you must trust your own timing. You cannot be rushed or forced, nor can you be held back when it is time to burst forth. Life celebrates and supports the natural rise and fall of your inner rhythms. This oracle brings you a special message that you cannot miss. Let me try that again. This oracle brings you the special message that you cannot miss what you are destined for, nor will you gain anything by trying to push yourself. Trust in the life cycles within, and you will feel the perfect balance between effort and surrender, discipline and letting go. Can't make it up. I love it when that happens. It happens every time. It actually happens every time. So following your rhythm, like there comes a point when you can't miss where your soul is calling you forth. So maybe that's why you landed here. All right, lovelies, have a fabulous weekend. It's Easter for some people who celebrate. And I love the pagan traditions of the eggs and all that stuff. So have a fabulous weekend, however you decide to honor it or celebrate it or whatever you do. Reach out to me at Marty at empathicsuperpower.com, or leave a message. You can leave a message here and I'll reach out and we'll give you more information. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And I'll see you either Thursday or Friday of this next week. All right. Namaste.